I am sure you will agree that the true beauty of a woman is when she knows who she is and being totally unapologetic about it. Hello and welcome back to My Fair Lady. I am Geeta Modi and I am bringing to you women with startups from this amazing business city, Surat. My guest today has started off as an electrical engineer. She worked with SR Power Plant for a couple of years, in fact quite a few years, and then found her bearings in e-commerce and in garments. So a completely opposite business, but she launched E-Tail, which is a platform that sells designer clothing for women. And now she has started something which is for children and which is with organic material. She has also been certified for TOEFL, for IELTS and TTT from British Council. Let's meet this multi-talented lady, Anita Gajjar. Hi Anita, so happy to have you here on this show, My Fair Lady. Really pleased to meet you.
Yeah, same here, ma'am. It's really wonderful opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you. And of course, we want to know all about your career growth and your platform and your journey. So tell us everything.
Okay, sure. I would be very happy to share my story.
Yes.
It's my privilege. So I started off as an electrical engineer. I became BE Electrical from SV NIT. Then it was not NIT, it was just a regional college when I was doing, but now it's an NIT. So I passed out from there. I was lucky enough to get campus interview in SR Power. They were coming up with a new power plant, 500 megawatt power plant. So they selected 5 people from our campus and we got 1 month training in NTPC, which is there in Hazira. But
Yes.
that period was really most wonderful period of my life because there was no responsibility, training, enjoying, having good food. So, but then after 1 month, they directly put us on the job. And the job was like, as an engineer, girl engineer rather, it was really tough. I had to work in the night hours also.
Okay.
Because the commissioning was going on.
Right.
But it was all the support of my family. Like they never objected that, you know, you coming down in the night hours and then going back whenever emergency is there. But they really supported me and I was, you know, instrumental in commissioning the electrical part of that 500 megawatt power plant. So that was then, and I worked for a few years until I got married, and I've worked still there after marriage, of course, but then when I got pregnant and my first child, I had to leave because the family responsibilities were there.
Yeah.
So then I left for a year, like they gave me a paid leave.
Okay.
Then, yeah, and then again I joined back. I worked for a few years again, like 1 or 2 years, and then my husband got a change. Like he was also part of SR group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you meet him there?
We met in the college actually.
Okay.
It's a love marriage. But then he got in Gulf, like in Oman. So it was a very big decision for me, like, you know, leaving my job as a manager and going with him because we didn't want to stay apart. So then I left with a heavy heart, but then seeing the new prospects, you know, going there and then working as a housewife rather, instead of as a professional.
As a professional, yeah.
There we stayed like almost 4 years over there in Oman. It was in Oman. It was a wonderful township. And we met a lot of people who were already associated with us in SR. And the days really were very good there. I got my second child also. And but like after 4 years, my like father-in-law expired, so we had to come back to India because my MIL was like she was alone. So we came back to India as he got a change in job and he got shifted here. Then here when I came, my kids were like almost, you know, they were in school and all and they were quite independent. I thought, let me do something.
Right.
So initially this business idea was not there. My parents' side, they were already in this garment business, sari business and all. But still my aptitude for engineering was still there. So I thought, let me do something in not technical, working as a technical person, but in a teaching profession. So I got qualified through IELTS British Council. They given me training, and then I became an IELTS trainer. And I worked in a firm in Surat itself as an IELTS trainer, and that was quite a good experience, you know, helping people go for further studies out of India, as well as, you know,
making their dreams come true.
That's what, yeah. That was really a very good experience. But then, you know, back of the mind, it was always there that working, always, you know, working under somebody, sticking to the timings and all. That thing was that why not do something of your own? You have got experience, you have got talent, and then there is a lot of support also out there.
True.
So I was always thinking that let me go into garment, like, you know, I have tried so many things, let me try garment, because as it is, somebody had told me like what your father is doing, that business is really good for you. So I thought, let me give a try to garment industry. And then this tie program came up.
Right.
And you know what was the point? You had posted in Rotary Ants group that there's pitch competition is there.
Right.
So I think you were instrumental in bringing me.
Nice, and I didn't even know.
I always give you the credit that,
nice.
you know, because of that announcement, I applied for pitch competition and I started thinking about this idea. And at that time, it was always running in my mind that I have to do this business. So I prepared a pitch for this Luxor Trends, which I am doing right now.
Okay.
At that time, the thing in mind was just a retailer like Myntra, you know, selling all the brands and which are local manufacturers here in Surat. At that time, that was the thing. But then in October this year, I changed it to a multi-designer boutique, wherein only lifestyle designers are there. Because what was the problem I faced, that initially I did 2 months with the retailer type, and then the customer satisfaction was not there. Like they show the picture of a garment a celebrity wearing, and it is actually the thing which we send them is you know, first copy. So the satisfaction was not there.
And so you are responsible for it finally.
Responsible. I have to give the answers for that. So then I thought, let us go for this multi-designer boutique. There are already other platforms who are working on similar lines only, like Nayna Fashion is there, Ogan is there. They promote only the fashion designers, so that, you know, if you claim that your garment is of silk, you give silk.
You have to give
don't give anything else. And it is made to order stuff also, wherein we get the satisfaction. Like always, you know, for ladies, the fitting is the issue.
Of course.
Anything you get from Myntra, Amazon, but you have to return it because it doesn't fit you well. But when we give an option of made to order stuff, we don't have a question of returning the stuff. So I have seen that a lot of businesses fail due to returns. They are making a big losses because of returns.
Of course, yes.
But in our case, this thing will not come up because it's what the customer has already claimed. And we are giving them that, and we always give them a facility of, you know, still if they feel an issue on fitting, we get it
again.
Done for them. So that type of facility we are giving, which is not available with other platforms. Of course, other competitors are having the advantage, like Ogan, if we take, for example, or Nayna Fashion or Raza Fashions, they have their retail outlet also in big cities. But we don't have that feature right now. But maybe in future we may think of that, you know, we'll go for our own boutique locally. Maybe not in Surat, maybe in nearby areas, because Surat already is having, you know, it's a big hub now of outlets. So the nearby cities which are not having an easy access of designer wear, like if you go to Navsari, Bardoli, small places.
And these are all NRI based shopping cities like.
That's what. So that is in my plan. But the thing which stops us is, you know, like always tread slow. You don't have to go very fast in everything. So recently I've launched my own collection, Tada Mama. That is kids wear. But kids wear also I have seen, like, you know, people are manufacturing, like if you go, there's a bulk manufacturing, things are lying in stock, and it is not only the cost factor which matters. What matters is the environment, how damaging you are doing by, you know, like you are just mass producing, and that's how you are damaging the environment by using lot of resources like water and electricity and all.
Of course,
So in Tandem Mama, what I'm doing is I'm making small lots of things, and that also of organic material, organic cotton, sustainable cotton. So the first collection will be of 25 pieces, first of organic cotton, that I will put on my website for kids wear, like 5 to 11 years.
Okay.
And will sell through that portal. And the next collection will be, we are planning to use bamboo fabric, soya, all the recyclable.
You have lovely bamboo silk you get. No?
Yeah.
I know.
So we are planning to launch that.
Great.
So first we'll have to see what is the response in India. Like how agile people are for environment, how conscious they are. We have seen in searches that, a lot of people are saying that which brand is having less of global, like, this carbon footprint, they call it. So which brand is more sustainable. So nowadays the talk is that it's not what you sell which counts, what the brand image is there, that is more important. So you have to reflect on that you are more into, environment savvy.
What is the story behind that brand? That is important,
right.
True.
So this direction, I'm lucky enough to onboard Ishita Chugh. She's my advisor. She's she's the head of JD Institute in Surat.
Okay.
So she has onboarded us as an advisor, as a fashion designer.
Okay.
So this type of ideas I get from her because she has already worked into this field. I'm new to this field, but I think it is really required to have a person.
Yeah, professional help is always good.
Always required.
Right.
Yeah, so I hope we go further into this and develop our market in the coming years.
Great, amazing journey, and I'm sure you will. So, when you're working on the platform of online selling, do you take the designers only from Surat or you take from all other cities?
Yeah, we have designers.
From all cities.
I started from Surat.
Yeah, that you did with retailers.
Yeah.
But now the
No, right now also I started with the fashion designers.
From Surat.
Surat, like whom I was already associated. Like we have Miss India Boutique in Vesu. Then we have Hiari. They are doing really very well. In their own way. So they had agreed to join us. So I started with their collection. Now I am having people from Kerala. I'm having people from all over India. Like right now I have got 10 designers on board. The platform is getting building up, and I have got around 500 SKUs, but they are increasing day by day. Like already I have 2 employees who are working on it. So I think within 6 months we'll have a good amount of SKUs and designers all over India.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are also going not only into garment, like jewelry, jutis.
Of course, because you need the whole look.
Yeah, the person needs everything for a complete look. So we are going.
So this was a complete change from going from engineering into garments. So do you miss your engineering part or the job? The days when you were working and you were doing things which were like in a man's world, really standing out. So do you miss that?
I miss that sometimes. Yeah, I do miss that. But the technical part, I'm always in touch because my son, when he was in like 11, 12, I used to teach him like the major subjects, physics and all. I used to teach him. So, and then now my daughter, I'm teaching her. So that technical part is always there, and I get that satisfaction. Okay, I'm still in touch with that, but nothing beyond that. It's
so at least you're making use of it with them.
Yeah.
So you feel it's not all gone to waste, or at least it's there with you.
Yeah, it's not all gone. Yeah.
So when you started this work, do you think there is one design or one dress which really stayed with you, and that was the moment and somebody got so satisfied and they said, I love this, what you've done for me, and you felt proud that, okay, I'm on the right track?
Yeah. I started with, my sister who lives in Ghana. And she is always in lookout of good Indian stuff, ethnic wear, and she's very choosy. Like even when we were small, she was the one who used to decide what we have to wear, what I have to wear. So that way. And right now she's in Ghana, so she has problem in buying ethnic stuff and all. So she was my first customer who ordered through my website, and I got things made for her. I'm really lucky that I was able to satisfy her because she's the most choosy person on earth, I feel. So fitting wise and everything, like she was really satisfied, even her daughters. So that was the first order, and then it kept on continuing.
Okay, so she was the benchmark of your thing that, okay, if she is done, then I can do for anybody.
That's that, yeah.
That way. Great. Okay, so being in the garment industry, and then you're saying you can get into jewelry and to shoes and all that. For everything you're going to plan as getting it from designers, are you going to start manufacturing your own as well?
No, I'm not going to manufacture like women wear or jewelry.
Okay.
I want to target kids wear section.
Mainly your kids. Okay.
Yeah, because the research, I have done the research as well as my team has done. Like it's a sphere which is not much explored.
Right.
Like of course in India it is there, but if you go to see US and Europe and other countries,
okay.
yeah, this organic material and all.
Okay, kids with organic material
Yes.
clothes has not been explored.
So, and
okay.
especially the material fabric which I was about to tell you, this bamboo and soya and all. So
you
there
get
will be
a
lot of
bamboo, soya, jute.
pineapple.
Pineapple, okay.
Yeah.
So I was aware of bamboo, soya and jute. I didn't know about pineapple.
Yeah, so we are exploring that sphere. So we feel that by the end of the month, we have to target at least 15 to 20 collections of that.
And are they easy to work with? I mean, these materials are like any other materials.
Yes,
there
they
is
are
no other
similar.
issues.
Yeah, they are almost similar.
And when they feel against the skin, warm or scratchy or itchy, you know, there are some materials which,
yeah,
if
that's
they are
what
natural,
we see. That's what we saw
itch,
first.
Yeah.
That kids, you know, they're very fussy.
Of course.
So
They
that's what
cry
we saw
already.
first. That you know, it should not be that type. Like you know, the kids they buy once and the mothers buy and then they don't wear. Because it has happened to me, like a lot of stuff lying in the wardrobe when you buy for them. They will wear only what they like. So that's what the first thing which we saw. The fabrics are really very smooth to work, and for tailoring also it's very easy. We have tried one, this pineapple one we have tried. It is easy to make. The other things we have not actually made a garment from there. We have just felt it. So I think it should be okay.
So do you go only into ethnic or are you into Western wear as well?
Both.
Okay, both
ethnic, Western, fusion.
Okay.
Which nowadays is a trend, you know, people want Indo-Western,
Yes,
like a mix of the things.
Okay. And you think there is a lot of scope abroad as well? Do you have a lot of orders coming in from abroad?
There were few in Diwali time, but now again it has come down yet.
So do you think the COVID slowed down even your business, though it was online?
Yeah, actually we got likes and all, but the buying process was only in the Diwali period. That was only in India, and very few orders from outside India.
Probably people
and
have nowhere to
shipping
go.
was also creating problems.
Yeah, because that was not working.
Yeah,
right.
so of course it has affected, but we are continuing our process of branding. It will help us later in getting orders. So I'm getting everyday new subscribers from US also.
Okay.
So the subscribers are the stepping stone. Like once they subscribe through email marketing and all, we'll be able to retarget those customers. So,
right. Great, amazing journey. Nice.
Yeah.
And do you think you have something to tell people like youngsters who want to get into this industry? Any bit of advice for them? Because in Surat, garments are very, very, very popular because we have such good material available here.
Correct.
There are lots of people getting into, where I have noticed people get into either garments or education. That is what I've seen the main focus of people in Surat, where the ladies are working.
Yeah.
And jewelry design. So
Yeah.
these three are very, very common where they are getting.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
if you do it in a different way, like you say you're different from them because you can give some more after sales service which they cannot.
Right.
And things like that. So is there some message which you would like to give to youngsters who are wanting to get into this line, and some things which they can keep in mind when they want to do it?
Yeah, so basically I think that there is still a lot of scope.
Okay.
Like whoever wants to go into e-commerce, because it has just started, you know, springing up, and seeing the other models which are already working like Myntra.
Right.
I think it is of course satisfying lot of orders in India, but there is a dissatisfaction point also. So if youngsters who are coming up into this business, if they give, you know, the quality which is still missing in this field, then definitely they have a great scope.
The quality and the service, I think these two things are most important.
That's right. It's really important to have a customer service, you know, your own group who takes care of whatever problems are there associated with customers. And not only that, you have to highlight what satisfactory customers already. That also has to be highlighted to the audience, because that will
pull
bring in
others,
more people, and word of mouth is always there.
So let's get into the rapid fire or the fast track questions, which I'm going to ask you. This is just fun for us women being women.
Of course,
That's what. Yeah. So if you had one superpower, what would you like to have?
Knowing what is there in other people's mind. But I think it's dangerous.
It is, but it's okay. Okay. How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Maybe 10.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah,
because I feel I've seen women with, at least whoever's answered me has said more than 30, 35.
No.
So
actually, I tell you, I am the most stingy person in my family. My husband tells me, you go and buy. I always think twice before buying anything. I don't know why.
That is amazing. Your husband is lucky. I think all females just love,
have him.
Yeah. All females love shopping and they love to have, like, you cannot have too many shoes, you cannot have too many bags, you cannot have too many clothes.
I love to buy for my children. Like, if they say anything, I buy. Like, you know, if it is like just my son joined the gym, I said, you buy everything you want. Like, go to Decathlon, go to Nike, whatever. But if I have to go and buy, I would think twice, oh, isse acha hai main ye le lu.
Okay, who is your biggest inspiration?
Inspiration. Right now, I see, actually, I used to look up on many models earlier, like, you know, big presidents and big prime ministers and all. But after coming in association with Thai, I feel there are people who are just around you.
Yeah,
you know,
just
like
the real people. The real
like
people.
Surbhi. And I have Sanjay Bhai, actually, he's my brother. Okay. So I look upon him, all the mentors who I have, you know, come across in Thai. And Rotary also, we have got wonderful people out there, like Kunal.
Yes.
He's so young and he has achieved so much. So there are people around you who are source of inspiration. I don't need to look into US presidents.
Maybe the stories are not made for the world, but now we are trying to bring out, you know, because who knows, today whatever startup is there can become something really huge tomorrow.
That's what we aspire to do. Yes.
So how would you describe yourself in one word?
Myself in one word?
Yeah.
Very sensitive person, you can say. Yeah.
So you're sensitive. Yeah. Okay. That's it. And now you get to ask me one question. I want to give you some
I want to ask you so many questions.
No, but let's start with one.
First of all, like, I would ask about your experience in Gujarat 11. Like, I saw the movie. I didn't go to the theatre, but I saw at home, at leisure. Maybe twice I have seen.
Okay.
So, like, how was your experience as a star?
So more than experience as an actor, I think, I mean, the experience of acting was the bigger thing, because till now I've always been a very corporate person. I've always been a businesswoman. I've always been working. I've always been, like, you know, wearing the pants and running around and doing all the things which a working person does, like, you know, right from nearly 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So I feel that was a very different thing, like how you're engineering and clothes. So mine was like a corporate business and something, you know, like acting, which is different. It is more artistic and much more, you know, fluid in that way compared to a corporate person. So that was the thing which I enjoyed. And being in front of the camera, and because I wanted to act, I studied. No, I've never been camera conscious, I think, ever. Because even when I was working, there was a lot of times when people came to take interviews, people came to ask about certain things, and you kept giving, you know, all those talks and giving out tidbits of, like what I say, Geeta Gyan all the time. So because of that, I think camera consciousness never happened. And I also went and studied acting, because I never knew anything about acting, not even the A of acting.
Studied acting.
So I went to New York Film Academy and 2 years back, and then I studied acting for films. So at least to get the base, you know. And then I also did the acting course at Anupam Kher's Actor Prepares in Santa Cruz. So I went to both these places and that was little Indian version of how in India the films are made. And that was, of course, how Hollywood films are made. But that gave me an idea of what can happen and what I can expect.
So you have any films coming up?
Yeah, we've been talking with a few people. Because of COVID, a lot of things got delayed and a lot of things went this way. And then we got more active on my YouTube, because that became much more easier to manage and much more, you know, so that started growing, the YouTube thing. So I'm enjoying that as well, you know. And yes, we are talking with the people, and I've just recently gone and met a few people and things are happening. So I think when it actually comes out, we can announce. So
I think you should
okay.
go more into like, Bollywood, because now there is not much charm left in Bollywood. So अच्छी मूवियाँ नहीं बन रही है.
Yeah,
So वो
but
थोड़ा-
we are now so much in our comfort zone, in our city, in our environment, and you have to stay in Mumbai to be all the time available for things. So I lose out on a lot of things because when I get the calls, I'm in Surat and they call you at night and want you there in the morning. It's like that, and for many, especially commercials and all. So that becomes difficult. But I think as and when I can do, it's not a pressing thing. It was a passion, it was a hobby, and I'm doing it because of the passion and the love for it more than anything else. So I think that can grow in its own time or in its own way, but otherwise being in front of the camera, meeting people, talking to people, doing these shows, all this is good fun, and it's so much more interesting.
We always look upon you, really, even in Rotary. Amazed, always amazed.
Great and lovely talking to you. I wish you all the best for all the things that you have planned in your career, in your journey. Hope everything you have dreamt of comes true, and thank you so much for taking time out for us.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really a pleasure.
We want to end this with your mantra in life.
I think I always believe that you should love what you do.
Yes.
Yeah. So even if you don't enjoy doing the best thing in the world, there's no point.
True.
So whatever you do, you just enjoy and do it, and you will definitely succeed.
Of course. Thank you. That was Anita Gajjar. I hope you enjoyed this show, and I'm going to come back very soon with another guest and another inspiring story. Till then, stay fit, be happy, and remain awesome.